What's up, man?
Okay, Midnight Discovery, Knoxville, Tennessee, 5:30. Anybody want to come down? 2500 Sutherland Avenue. We got Bill joining us from Nashville, and a variety of folks here. So here we go. Man, I tell you, that is a workroom right there.
Yeah, I'm with Kumar. He's got it set up here.
Is Kumar there?
Yeah, Kumar's here.
Where's Kumar?
Over in the back.
Let me see him. Hey, dude, this is Kelly. What's up, man? The guy you always talk to.
I tell you, this is fucking nuts, Bill. I've frankly never seen anything like that. Never.
Yeah, he's got a good chart set up here.
Wow. That's Kumar.
I know, that's fucking cool.
8 for real.
Yeah, he's got more monitors than I got.
It's like a war room.
It really is. Hey, anybody want anything to drink?
Good.
You want anything to drink, my brother?
Okay, cool.
All right, well, good deal. So, hey, Bill, did you have some stuff you wanted to open with, or?
I didn't have anything particular, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if everybody is not aware, I mean, I'm in the process of doing an ICO with a team. We are a functioning business currently at Accelerators, and we are launching our own ICO, an online decentralized education marketplace, ODEM, and we'll be converting our customers from that existing business into this platform, and we'll be launching an ICO for ODEM tokens, which will be kind of the medium of exchange on the decentralized education marketplace. Target is by the end of the year this year. I'm not really, at this point, I'd like to get feedback from the group.
Sure.
But not today, I would say. I'm not necessarily, we're maybe 2 weeks away from white paper being completed enough, the pitch deck being completed enough, the website being completed, and everything kind of moving into promotion phase.
Yeah, I follow you. No, it sounds good. Well, it sounds good. Do you have any idea of like number of tokens or any other like basic info, or is that kind of still up in the air to some degree?
Basic information right now is it's about 245 million tokens, and right now, from what I understand, 70% of those are going to be on sale. 70% we're selling, 20% are retained for our team, and then 10% are for platform incentives, rewards, and bounties that will be held back. And so everything's going to be sold in the sale. There's not going to be additional tokens later on. Everything's kind of going out.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, up front, basically.
Yep. Well, that sounds good. I like it. And then, in terms of your the existing business that you're converting over to ODEM, do you want to give any idea, any stats on the history of that business or an overview of that?
Sure. Accelerators has been in operation since 2013. We're moving into our 5th year of business. Currently, we deliver education programs and content for international students and executives at elite universities like Harvard, MIT, West Point, Columbia, NYU, Stanford. Essentially, you can think of us as like you could take nearly any course you want to take at one of those private institutions through, at one of those elite universities through a private company like Accelerators. And most of our customers thus far have been coming from Asia. About 85% pay us to take courses at Harvard, at MIT, at these different schools. In the past 5 years, we've hosted right now around about 3,000 different students.
Whoa.
With revenue somewhere around 3 million, with a little over 1 million coming this year so far.
Gotcha.
And we're hoping to finish the year at about 1.5 million this year, and then we'll be transferring those customers into the ODEM platform to kind of provide the initial buyers of the tokens. And additionally, I guess the last piece on that is, I didn't know I was going to give you guys this, but I guess I am doing all this now.
Oh, well, sure. Sorry.
Yeah, we have about 200, right now we have about 200 professors from different universities and that work with us right now that will be signing up on the platform as speakers.
Dang, that's great. No, I love it. Yeah, no, yeah, I was just you really do know all that info off the top of your head, basically. That's great. But yeah, I just wanted to get a little bit of a taste to wet the palate.
Yeah, sure. Love it.
Yeah, no, awesome. Thank you. That's fucking amazing, dude. Okay. In terms of, well, anyways, I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, I could, so some of the things going on in the crypto sphere, I don't think I'll.
It is Steemit. If
Yeah,
you want to know what it is, that's what it is.
It's just Steemit, but it'll be written instead of the master language of English. It'll be written in that alternative language, Chinese, which only a few billion people speak. It's a very alt language.
So it's like a sub coin that you can buy.
Oh, so
Do
yeah,
you know
it's a
Steemit?
Okay.
Yeah,
that?
it's a subcoin. Yeah.
Do you know Steemit? We should talk about Steemit a little bit.
Sure, do it. Yeah,
I'm only
Steemit's
somewhat
pretty fun.
familiar.
Oh, okay, I will. Yeah, Steemit's pretty fun. So Steemit's pretty cool. It's a curating site. So you make a post, people like it, then you get coin. A bunch of people make posts. If you vote and your votes tend to go with whatever the crowd is deciding as well, then you get coin for being a good curator. And it mimics a Reddit or a social blog or a news site, but instead of where you just post on Facebook and you just post because, you know, whatever, your attention or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But instead of just posting on Facebook, you post it on Steemit and you might get like 5 coins out of it. And then there's a little buying and selling for whatever reason. So like they're worth about $1.50. So
It's an interesting platform.
it's an interesting platform. I kind of like it. If you get on there early, the main issue is if you get a following, then you can get thousands of dollars in Steemit
Pretty
like,
quickly
yeah.
compared to one of the other platforms like YouTube. Or
Yeah, like compared to YouTube, yeah. If you get like a following of like 5,000 or 1,000 people, which isn't super hard to do, but you got to realize that you have to get them over to Steemit, and then a lot of sites will ban Steemit. Like Reddit, it has a ban on all Steemit links,
Okay.
and like effectively it's a competing social network site, and then also the Steemit people, since you're sort of paid to spam your shit.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're talking about crypto news, or if you're talking about stuff that's like relevant to the audience, or if you're just talking about some pop culture bullshit, like, you know, Justin Bieber, Trump, whatever, you know, these things can easily get like 1,000 reactions. You get $1,000 from it, so that's pretty fucking hype to some degree.
Just an idea. Bill, are you? Do you expect your coin to fluctuate in value? Or are you trying to stay with the value of the coin?
Well, it's I guess that's a good question. We expect the value of the coin to go up. We expect the value of the coin to go up. Basically, there's a limited supply.
Right.
In the very beginning, we're hoping to kind of raise enough funds to give it the initial value.
I like it.
Will be somewhere around 5 cents per token, and that was chosen actually because right now the Chinese yuan to the dollar is about 15 cents or 0.15. 1 yuan is 0.15. So I went with the number of tokens is kind of arbitrarily selected, but it's selected on 3 tokens would equal 1 Chinese yuan, and those are our current customers right now. So, theoretically, then, if that all gets capitalized and we are successful in the ICO, anybody new who comes into the system that needs to get tokens will have to purchase them,
From
and
previous
then they'll
holders.
have to be sold from an ICO investor holding them, and theoretically that should create a shortfall in the supply and an increase in price.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, yeah. In terms of other stuff in crypto news, but well, anyways, go ahead.
It's just an idea I was thinking of when they're talking about Steemit. I don't know if it'd be useful for you or not, but like I when I do my math homework, you'd go onto these websites and you'd want to do like, you're basically looking for answers to your homework questions, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot
Elementary.
of kids out there doing that. A lot of Asian kids doing that, definitely.
That's interesting. You're having them pay someone else to do their homework for them?
Well, I wouldn't take it that far, but that would work too.
Well,
They do that. You can buy papers and things.
We're talking about the niche environment, like we talked about, Bill. Me and you talked about it. There's a niche for high end, which is what you're doing, and maybe future ideas might be lower end as well. You know, P2P teaching sessions as
I
well.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a further idea down the line. A P2P, like you can hire
Yeah, but
a math
it was
teacher,
good
a
to-
math tutor,
and
or
get the
anything.
kids to do it each other. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking like if you go on Stack Exchange, an answer will get voted up, right? Well, if you had some tutorial platform,
Right.
you know, when the right answer comes through, you know, thank you for this. Here's a whatever coin,
Yeah.
and then vote it up, and then that way that would encourage people to put right answers on there because they're actually.
That's a
getting
damn
paid.
good idea, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
That's a low
So
end.
that's I just
Lower.
thought that may be something useful for a tutorial section on your long term or something.
I like that idea.
Yeah, long term.
Hey Bill, I got a question. I don't know
Do it.
if this is technical or what. Have you guys considered a 2-layer coin?
That's what we talk about. But they want to do a utility coin, only utility.
Well, I don't want to only do a utility coin, but
Yeah.
Honestly, I think our advisors that we're working with, the guys in Switzerland, are just really, really pushing us to do something that's going to withstand withstand any future regulation coming
Yeah.
out.
And Bill, I think that's a great plan to start off at, and then you can move forward in the future. I think that sets you up legally in a good position.
Yeah,
So, I mean-
I've been trying to do all kind of stuff about staking.
Yeah.
Like tricks to get investors more coins back, and there's
Right.
time I do that and it produces like a dividend or an extra or anything, they're kind of like, it looks like a
It's
dividend,
I know.
it's a dividend,
Yeah.
and like you now are going to be putting yourself at risk. So
Yeah.
it kind of pisses me off because all these other coins are doing it, but I'm having to kind of listen to some of our legal advisors on this. They're really pushing us to just do it legit from the start. We don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. See, I feel that's like a good idea. I know you want to push for these other things, but being on an ERC20 token and a utility token, you're uploaded, your security is paid through Ethereum, through gas, which is nice, so that doesn't inflate your coin. You don't take the inflation straight up. You take part of it because your transactions have to take gas, and that your company will have to deal with that inflation somewhat, but not on a super huge level.
Yeah.
So I feel that's good. You're not paying out a huge cost of security, and the inflation cost you are paying a little bit, but you're not paying a 4% on a $32 billion coin.
Yeah.
You're paying a very, very small percent. You're paying 4% on maybe like 10 ETH a year, maybe out of transaction fees. And then you can move forward if you raise enough money and your platform becomes good. Then you can look at other ways. And this is how the other ways would look, is you can do P2P tutoring. You can do where people are paid for it, either in your utility coin or secondary coin, whatever you get, And that's future stuff, but I think the real key is get your thing up and started, get a good dev, get a good advertisement structure, and get people interested, start using it in use case. And if you become one of the first people in use case in your token, then you're way ahead of the game.
That's kind of one of our biggest selling points that we're saying. Is that we've already got business, in the form of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
that we're going to be converting that business into the platform. So we're going to have customers immediately.
Yeah. And that's what, and I think
like
that's really good. And then we were talking, me and Bill were talking about this, and I don't know what Bill thinks about it, but part of the advertisement thing I wanted to do to help Bill was like a guerrilla warfare style Reddit attack, where we all kind of get on Reddit and we start discussing the coin in all different threads. Putting it out there, not putting a big poster of ICO, but actually discussing like, hey, this could be a use case. This one versus this one, and put a post on it. This academy versus, because there's one like A Academy versus, and we'll talk ODEM. We'll say, what's the difference in these two coins? Make a long post, informative. And what we'd have to do, Bill, is we'd have to send our post through you, and through the marketing person, and then get it checked through real quick. Make sure we're not putting anything bad out into the post. And we're not technically affiliated with you, so we won't technically do that. But I mean, honestly, if you have an ICO, we'll definitely participate. I will, at least.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
People will participate. We won't be affiliated. We're not going to ask anything. And we don't want any money from you or extra tokens, but we'll definitely try to coordinate a coordinated attack on social media. I mean, I feel that's a good way to help out.
I love that. That would be awesome. And we are going to do a bounty program. So there would be tokens.
And that would be you. You could do a bounty program without any cash involved.
It's super right.
Yeah, right now we only have we've got 1%. It's not none of this is published yet. So I've just set aside 1% right now of the tokens for bounties. It could go as high as 2. But,
but it's still like $90,000 maybe. So
and what we say, Bill,
it's not
what we want out of this is basically an open bar at the wedding and an invite, and that's like literally I'm gonna keep pushing for that over and over.
We do need an open bar.
We do need an open bar at our wedding.
That's awesome.
You may lose money in the end on that one, but
for a second, I didn't have a chance. I wanted to introduce Kumar to you guys. I'll let him speak kind of for himself. I've got
do that.
I know Patrick has as well. I'm here at his house right now, but he's been teaching me a lot about charting and trading, and I think he has a lot to add to the group. I'll let him introduce himself. What's going on, guys? My name is Kumar.
how you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
How many of y'all are over there? Is there 4?
Hey, lean in real quick, Blake.
Yeah.
So it's 4.
One at a time, so I see which one is which one.
Blake, Keller,
Barrett?
Patrick. You know me.
Oh, Patrick, that's you. Okay.
Yeah, that's me, man.
I'm on the phone, but never seen you face to face.
Yeah, I talk to you on the phone all the time, but.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Well, but guys, my area of expertise is like charting. It's not specific to any market, but just general charting analysis. If what I provide for other folks, I provide for free. Absolutely no fee, no future, anything. I like doing it. I trade securities. I primarily have a background in trading futures, oil and gold, and index futures, and just recently have gotten into the cryptocurrencies about maybe about a month and a half ago is when the interest really peaked, and since then trying to switch over my platforms and my analysis over to include the cryptos, because I really feel like it's kind of like trading for the common man, and that really fits what I want to do a lot more than trying to help the wealthy. So I'm really into it. I'm trying to get on a more rigorous cycle of posting the 3 top markets, which to me will be EO, Bitcoin, and Ethereum on Facebook. And I'm trying to get more regular with it. I do have a normal job, so I'm already stretched thin, but I'm trying to post charts on those 3 markets at least once every 3 days to give an approximate 3 to 5 day outlook. The track record is visible there. You can see all the previous posts, and I try to link them together so that people kind of see how did that last forecast work out. Was it close? Was it accurate? But if you guys ever want to link up with me on Facebook and just check out what the charting is doing or what it's saying, or IM me or private message me about anything specific. If you're in a position and thinking about getting out a few months or looking about getting into something and you want just a third third set of eyes to take a peek and say, hey, what do you think about a possible entry, right? That I may be able to lend some assistance there. And again, it's my total passion, love doing it. No fees, no cost, no anything.
And how do people find you?
Facebook is probably the easiest one. I'm Kumar Gonzalez, and I think whatever the domain is at Facebook will find me. But I'm in the search. I think in the entire world there is 3 Kumar Gonzalez's. So
okay, yeah.
One in Nashville is the one you're looking for.
My name's Kumar.
And
it just happens to be.
And then, do you ever get on Reddit?
I get on there to read a little bit. I don't post. I don't have an account.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good.
Tell them a little bit about the tool you've been working on as well. Sure. So I have a particular flavor of analysis. I won't bother going into how it works, but I will say I can with confidence say no one else is using a system that's really too similar, and it's very, very, very specific. And I mean, I put it down in pennies on what we're talking about in terms of buys, stops, sells. It's short term, it's a medium term, it's a long term. It's anything you want it to be. So the forecasts are specific. It's all chart based. It's all graphical. I myself am personally trying to get it loaded into an app so that I can distribute it for free, where people can just download it, type in whatever ticker they want to see, and then it's going to generate depending on whatever time scale you're looking for. It'll give you some basic numbers. It's supposed to be kind of a teaser app, supposed to be really simple for sort of like non-technical. That's where I'm going to try to be moving forward that in the future here.
Okay, I found you on Facebook, dude.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm adding you.
Yep. All right.
That's his pic, so that's how you know it's the right one.
Send in the ad.
Yeah, and you were right. It was easy to find you.
Not too many Kumar Gonzalez's. Most people think it's a fake name.
Right. Ain't that right?
It is.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's fake name, because he has so many babies, he's just passing out his fake name.
Patrick's actually speaking from experience, but yeah.
Yeah, basically.
He just fucking knew that one because we put
I'd used the name Kumar Gonzalez before myself.
He uses a lot of different.
Opens a lot of doors, guys. It opens a lot of doors.
Yeah, I'm like, hey.
So my pops, he loves charting and stuff. He charts all the time, so I'll definitely hook you up with him too, because he would love to see your work, man. And I appreciate you sharing it with everybody.
Oh, no problem, man. I learned it from an old crazy man named Murray. I always give him his props. He is like legitimately just a crazy old dude, and he's got a little bit of a name for himself here around the Nashville area and around the South. Travels all over the world. Then T. Henning Murray, you can probably find him on the web, but man, the guy is hard follow. He's kind of a little imbalanced, but man, he's brilliant. He's kind of one of those brilliant mind kind of guys, and he's a great teacher. And,
well, you do get unbalanced, like the more you start getting into outer space. I mean, you just can't relate to the common people anymore. At some point, I guess, maybe, I don't know.
No, it's true. I mean, he and others, with brilliant minds, they just get so far out there, it's hard for them to connect. I think it kind of feeds on itself. They get real eccentric, and then they just kind of forget about. I guess a lot of times too, there's a little bit of egotism in there too. Murray's kind of egotistical. You got to
sure.
That. He's a nice guy, but he really does think highly of his system, as he should. I mean, it's pretty impressive. And what I did is I basically took what I could absorb from that system,
right,
and then tried to fill the holes where I thought it was either too complicated or just I thought it was needed some help. So anyway, enough about that. But yeah, I'd love to share it with you guys. If you guys want to check out the glimpses of it on Facebook, I'll be posting stuff all the time. I'd love to get a little bit more discussion on the comment. If they're just asking questions, I'd love for the Bitcoin phenomenon to not just kind of make money, but to also learn about blockchain and become slightly more in control of their finances, in control of their financial life, as opposed to always thinking that it's so complicated that they don't want to bother spending any time on it at all. It's kind of they give up because I guess it's just too complicated. But if we can help people come to the table, I think we'll have a better world.
Well,
if you didn't know this, Kumar likes to talk a lot, so we talk on the phone for like
no,
a long time.
no. So yeah, that was the idea behind these little meetings, is trying to just get people together, chatting. Oh, side note, next week I think he'll end up being here, but I got a fella who came over from China. He's now living in the U.S. He's been here about 10 years. But he will be able to help with understanding Chinese people, the government structure, and reading some stuff about NEO, which is primarily in Chinese.
Right. Okay, wow, that's a huge source.
Oh, I know. He was asking me questions about Bitcoin, and like, you know, if we could help him. I'm like, you're gonna help us, buddy. You know, that's the story there.
Yeah. So Kumar does the graphing and the analysis on volume and technical issues. My Facebook page is called Crypto College.
Crypto College for anybody.
Yeah, so I post stuff on there about news I find. And I've been posting it wrong, dude. I've been posting it to my own Facebook page. Not my page. So Crypto College, no space.
Inside note, Patrick's real Facebook page is something like Pirate Redbeard.
Yeah, James Blackbeard O'Kelly is my
yeah,
page.
he like fucking.
And then
he seriously is running from people.
And then Facebook told me to upload an ID for that. I'm like, I don't have that.
Oh,
you know this is a fake name.
Crypto College?
Yeah.
Yeah, Crypto College. That's Pat.
One like.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh wait, one like. Yeah, that's me.
We're at 3. We're up to 3. 4.
Nice.
Are y'all liking it over there?
I just
No, seriously. I was the only one. Patrick had not even liked his own page. I was the first one to like it. I was like, what the fuck, Patrick?
I like the name, Patrick.
Hey,
it's a great name, yeah, isn't it?
It's a really good name.
Yeah, and I took the email address and I took the fucking Facebook page. Just to have, and maybe I don't give a shit. You know, I just did it because I just thought maybe a good name.
It's good. It's a great name.
So, there's a one on there for important dates coming up in October if you want to look at it with the linked articles.
Yeah.
It has, starts in October 1st, Digibyte releasing, and then it goes all the way down to October 25th, the Bitcoin Gold Exodus fork. So these are kind of just the things happening. The only thing that's not on there is the Red Pulse ICO. I should have added that in the article with that. But if you want to look through that, you can kind of see what news is going through crypto, what events are happening. Just so you know what you might be looking for an upswing of. Like today, we'll check this out, but Quantum, today, mainnet coin swap. I don't know if that made Qtum go up or not. I haven't checked the charts or anything.
It had been going. Okay, so Qtum went up like fucking 40% in the last 2 days.
Yeah, there was a mainnet event swap. And it's on this page if you go to it now that I just looked at it. The only thing's upcoming is BAT may go up relatively soon for a Mercury release.
Mm-hmm.
NEO has a landmark event on October 9th where they're doing they're going to put a lot of information out on the 9th. So
I'm excited.
If you're looking to sell NEO and make some money or get out of your position a little bit,
wait till the 9th.
The 9th and the 10th might be a good day.
Right, yep.
Also, we got NEM might go up on the 17th.
Oh, really? What's up with NEM? I've been following
NEM has several conferences in Las Vegas and Australia, which they're going to put out some information.
October. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about
and
NEM.
ETH has a hard fork on the 17th. We all know that.
Right.
And Bitcoin on the 25th.
Oh, it's on the 25th?
Yeah, Bitcoin Gold Exodus fork.
Okay, so, we'll talk some more about that.
I gotta get going in about 10 minutes.
That's fine. You can check all
Yeah, that's cool. Did you have anything else you wanted to ask? That means your computer will go,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Rise, any info on Rise?
The only thing I can add on that is, obviously it's pulled back substantially. I just read an article about it today that seemed to suggest it's kind of in a consolidation period, and that now seems like still a decent time to buy, or if you're in it at a higher point in time, you can consider buying to reduce your average cost basis. But I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's anything major coming that's going to make it launch off the ground. But I still think it's a good coin. I'm still holding mine, and I'm still considering. You know, you have to decide what you want to buy and what you don't. But I'm still considering reducing my average cost. I'll post if I buy more.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm still holding a little bit though. For about, I mean, not a lot, but like 10,000 coins.
It will end up starting a Slack group to maybe get away from some of the texting to some degree, and also so that we can share links.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's coming up, because Kumar asked me about this, an ICO that I'm looking into. So I was looking into Rhea, which is, I'm looking for these multiple ones. It's all the same thing. It's owning the top 20 cryptocurrencies. So there's like 3 ICOs that are doing this, and Rhea's kind of failed in their ICO. I was kind of watching it to see if I wanted to invest. Yeah. It's looking like it's not going to make the money to even invest it.
Oh, sucks.
But there's one coming up called Crypto 20, and they say they're going to invest 90% of their ICO cost into the Crypto 20. I don't know what that means. And that means your coin is based on the Crypto 20 no matter what. So they're going to spend all the money and make an index fund in the top Crypto 20, which to me doesn't sound like a bad downside. Right. It's just got to be, one, is it a scam? Right. So I'm watching to see if it's a scam. Number 2, is it going to raise enough funds to where they can tokenize it? Instead of like 8 months later I get my tokens and I don't give a fuck about it now. Yeah. So I'm looking at Crypto 20. You might want to register for the ICO just to see what it looks like. But I'm trying to see which one of these index funds are going to populate or be good, because they work.
One of them's going to be good because basically an index fund, it should have insanely low costs. Mm-hmm. So like whenever we buy and sell crypto, it's fucking, the percentage of cost is high because we're buying and selling $1,000. Yeah. They're buying and selling $100,000.
Yeah, and then they don't have, all they're doing is reallocating your funds with the computer program to reallocate till they're all even in the whole top 20. So I'm looking to find the best one of these Crypto 20 ICOs to see which one I want to invest in. I'm going to invest in one of them. I don't know which one it's going to be. Its underlying value is already the Crypto 20. So I don't see it going down in value. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, totally.
So I feel like they're not actually providing me a product. They're providing me the top 20 crypto, which I'm fine with investing in.
Is it basically, like you say, as long as they get off the ground, it's good to go?
Yeah. As long as they get off the ground and they invest your money really in the crypto 20,
they don't bullshit you.
Yeah, then it's good to go. But other than that, I don't.
And you gotta look at the annual fee and see if it's like a 1% or a 2% or if it's 0.1.
They're not even giving you fees. They're giving you.
Well, they might have something like that.
They're giving you dividends is what they're doing. For holding the coins. They're going to keep a certain amount of coins.
But most of the ETFs that I know, most of them.
Yes.
Most of them have like either a 0.2% fee or they have a 1%.
Yeah, they're going to, so what they're going to do is how they generate money is, one, they're going to have coins. Number 2, they're going to take a percent of their profits.
Okay,
like
there you go. Oh, a percent of profits.
So they're going to take a percent of profits, and I don't know.
Right.
And they're going to pay out quarterly, I think.
Yeah.
And then also your fund money goes up, your coins go up, and you get dividends. But I don't know how they get around that, or they're not going to sell to the U.S. I don't know.
But yeah, we might call it here whenever Barrett has to go, if he has to go in a minute. But I was thinking about doing the Ethereum DevCon in Cancun, Mexico. I decided not to, but I almost talked about crashing it. Yeah. And then Barrett said, well, why don't you just go to the DEF CON and hang out at the bar and make the after party? And I was like, well, that's probably not a bad idea. And the plane ticket's about $500, and it's Halloween and in Mexico, Cancun, Mexico, so it's not like it's a terrible place to chill at bars. And there's going to be tons of after parties, because the fucking event that's during the day will probably be, it'll be cool, but you can get all the news at the after party in a timely fashion, But I got my passport. I'm ready to do it. Are y'all doing it?
DevCon, you're asking, is it sold out, or is it?
It's sold out, but you could crash the after party.
I got you. It's sold out, huh?
And you can just dress as a Mexican, Bill.
Well, it's on my list to go to Mexico.
Right.
I'm not probably going to make it. I've
Me
actually got
neither.
a baby due any day now. I don't know. I'm sure.
Congratulations!
Yeah, my fiance is like 3 or 4 days overdue right now. So.
Oh, congratulations! Coming along, Bill. So is this your second block or your first block?
Your second block.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, second one. New. I got a new girl this time, so you know.
Wow.
I traded in the old one. Got a new
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good stuff. No, that's awesome, man.
Barry,
The minor fees are less.
Yeah, minor fees are less. Well, good.
if we've got a couple minutes,
Yeah.
Kumar, could you give us a 2-minute elevator pitch of your method or your
Method.
charting again?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, let me begin by saying that my first step, anytime I discuss charts, is that there's this huge language barrier that has to be crossed. You get like a person who's been involved with charting for a while, and they look at a chart, and then you get a person who's not used to looking at charts. The first fundamental problem between them two is just a communication problem. It's hard to describe what one person sees on a chart and what someone who's not used to seeing on a chart should be looking for. It's kind of a learning curve for just getting the language to describe what you're seeing. So the hallmark of my process starts with developing a language to describe any chart. It doesn't matter what it is, but there is a process by which you can give a nomenclature to where you are on any chart. And it starts with the scaling. Like if you're in say for example, you're talking about Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin is at near 4,000. So in my process, that is called a frame, and the frame that Bitcoin is in is the 10,000 frame, meaning it trades from 0 to 10,000. If we were to switch over and talk about Ethereum's trading at near 300. So it's in a frame from 0 to 1,000. If you switch over to NEO is in the 30s, and so it's in a frame from 0 to 100. So the very first thing about any market, in order for you to relate to another person, is just to be able to describe what it is that you feel or see or find interesting, whatever it is that you want to talk about. If you can't have that discussion without a computer in front of you, it's extremely limiting.
Right.
Absolutely. So the first part of my method is to create a language that is based somewhat on some very simple math. I call it kind of 8th grade math that allows you to first begin to describe the position of the market you're in. So someone could say, I'm looking at a market that's in the 10,000 frame. And immediately everyone knows, okay, he's talking about a crypto that's trading somewhere between 0 and 10,000. And the high number means basically the highest price that particular currency's ever traded in. So if you're talking about something like Bitcoin used to be in the 0 through 1,000 frame until it finally broke into the 10,000 frame. So why is that important? It's important because from what my research shows in a very, very easy and clear way is that the frame that you're in will dictate 2 extremely important factors. Number one, the length that a run will last. A run in a frame lasts 1/8 the size of a frame. So if you're in a frame of 0 to 1,000, the run will last 125 points, and you can take that to the bank. If you wanted to say how long will a run in Bitcoin last now, Bitcoin runs will last 1,250 points. So if you see a 1,250 point move in Bitcoin, you should consider selling or buying, whichever direction it is. And then of course there is percentages of a full run. So these are just some real basic ideas that once you create a nomenclature for the market, you can then start collaborating. Number two, when you break the markets down into what I call sort of like their DNA, their mathematical DNA, where you're not interested in what's the name of it. You're not interested in who's underwriting it. You're not interested in what country is it coming out of. You literally can sit back and look at just the price that it's trading at. You don't even need price history, and you can begin to make forecasts, because all mathematical systems, especially those that are propagated by humans and human thought, human consciousness, when they work together, they, for whatever reason, seek to create these extremely repetitive cycles.
Okay.
Well, as we said before, if you're in a frame of 0 to 1,000, the run is going to be 125 points long. So that's sort of a little nugget of the type of stuff that I'm doing. If you ever hear me describing a market, the first thing that I'm going to try to tell you is what frame it's in, and then I'm going to tell you the subframe. So there's 8 frames inside a frame, and every subframe causes a very specific behavior to the market. So it doesn't matter what market it is. If you're in, say for example, again, we take the example of a 0 to 1,000. We're talking about a stock or a crypto that's trading between 0 to 1,000. Here is some real basic information that will apply to all markets. When it starts to get near the top of the frame, which is that 1,000 point, it will begin selling. The exact point that it will begin selling is $875. If you were in a frame of 100, that would be $87.50.
I
If
see.
you were in the frame of 10,000, it would be $8,750. So anytime you reach the top of the frame, you don't want to be owning it. It's time for that thing to sell off. Anytime you get to the bottom of a frame, you want to be buying it. The bottom of the frame is somewhere between the last 8 and the very bottom of the frame. So at the bottom of the frame, that's 125 or 1,250 or 12,500. As a perfect example, go double check the low on NEO. A couple weeks ago, NEO went to right almost to the point of $12.50, and then it turned around. And where did it go to next? It went to 25 and stopped. And where did it go to next? 37.50 and stopped. And that's where we are now. 37.50. It's in the process of pulling back, likely to the bottom of this frame, which is going to be somewhere between 27 and 25. So this is the kind of analysis that I do. It's about the science of numbers. It's less about cryptocurrencies. It's less about one particular number or one particular market. It's very, very broad, very powerful, very simple, very easy, something you can teach, and it is something that you can act on. You know, a lot of the times you're wondering, do I want to get in an ICO? And the number one thing I'll say, well, determine what the white paper says about what price they're going to go. You know, they're going to launch essentially their ICO at what price. And if it happens to be at the bottom of a frame, chances are the first couple of days that market opens, it's going to do great. If they choose to price that thing at the top of the frame, it's going to open and sell. So, you know, earlier y'all were describing arbitrary choices about where to take an ICO, you know, essentially public. Well, that would be my first response is, well, what do you want to happen on day one? Do you want the general public to receive your coin well? If you do, you need to make sure that you alter your float to whatever, you know, to make whatever money you want to on the initial offering, but the price itself has to be at the bottom of the frame. If you want the price to move higher on an open, it has to be at the bottom of the frame. If you put it at the top of the frame, it will sell off. And you might think, man, that's crazy. How can someone make such a prediction by just simply moving a number from one point to another? You know, I wish I knew more about the reason why this process works, but it does work. Very powerful. Love to discuss it more anytime. You know, it's more of a one-on-one discussion, but the teaser, I think, is people giving an idea of you know, what's kind of going on under the hood. That was more than 2 minutes.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, that's
Barrett's gotta go though.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say my stance in crypto right now, I'm more or less maxed out into crypto. I'm sort of looking for a sell period of somewhere around November 5th, whatever. That's my general stance. Anyways.
What we need Kumar to do is we need you to work on the ICO Tezos and where we should sell.
Tezos is going to be hype. Have you even heard of that?
No. Are y'all saying Tezos?
T-E-Z. Yeah. So Tezos is going to be the Silicon Valley coin. And it raised the most for an ICO so far, so it's like $250,000. Their budget did not go beyond 20 million, so they raised 10 times whatever their maximum budget was. And they've been putting out quite a lot of content for a coin that's not even traded. Now that said, they're facing some ICO regulation stuff that they have to deal with because they were effectively the last ICO before the SEC started to crack down. But all the same, it will be very interesting to have a Silicon Valley coin, I think.
What is when you say a Silicon Valley coin, what might I don't know, differentiate that coin versus other coins? What is it, the talent in that area that might prove to be valuable, or what specific? I understand the value of Silicon Valley, but what do you guys see in that when you hear that?
Well, so the development team for Ethereum is largely it's a mix of Russian / French / a little bit of Chinese. They all have some Chinese people in there, but Russian and French development team, and then Europe. Ethereum is a very much European coin. Everybody in Europe is nuts about Ethereum, way more so than America. And then Neo, of course, is attracting all the Chinese developers, but there's not any coin with a development hub based in America of a significant size that I'm aware of. So Tezos will be the first coin where all the majority of the development team is coming out of Silicon Valley. So that's what I mean by that.
I can see the huge value in that.
I agree.
Patrick, were me and you describing about how, I can't remember this conversation I was having with you or with someone else about how different regions of the world sort of prefer their own.
That's me. That's me.
Coin.
Yeah, Nigerians, Japanese.
Yeah, it's me, man.
I believe, as human beings, there's a lot to that, and I do believe that, Tezos obviously would probably garner the trust of the American population.
Go for it.
I got another
By that
bag.
commonality, I'd say,
I got a
Hey, see, pity. But
maybe secondarily, the fact that it's, there's a couple of iterations of successful coins before that also warms up the American mind to an American coin.
right.
Everybody's, what's Bitcoin, what's Ethereum, they're still kind of confused. Once they kind of it begins to crystallize, and if you offer them the Silicon Valley coin, I can see how that would do well.
And one last thing I want to close on, just something to consider looking into. So Patrick mentioned, and I don't really know much about it. Patrick, I've been looking into it lately. Patrick mentioned a date for NEM being October 17th. NEM probably has the worst marketing team of any coin. They really do. They're terrible. But it's the Japanese coin, and they're very business oriented. Most coins have a white paper that's 10 pages. NEM had a white paper that's 55 pages and tells you everything about cryptography from first grade to professional level. So they're a very business oriented coin. So basically consumers are kind of like your most volatile market, whereas business people, once they pick a coin, they'll kind of stick with it. So NEM has very few consumers within their coin right now. So I do think NEM might be highly volatile in the near future.
Is that always a delineating quality to a coin, whether or not the coin kind of has a commercial aspect or a more, I guess, public aspect? Is that something where the it's clearly designed for one or the other, or is it really kind of?
It's either way,
but you're normally trying to go for both. It's just that NEM has not tried to go for consumers at all yet.
It would seem like specializing over in the business side would be the way way to go. That would be my
Hey,
inclination.
Well, that's what they did. That's
Hey,
what they did.
sorry to wrap this up, but Barrett's got to go. We can set up on another computer. We can call.
Well, I think it's been a long call. I'm
Okay.
happy with it. This is fucking awesome. Hey, Kumar, we'll start doing these Google Hangouts, and we'll start, and same with you, Bill, and also Aaron, he likes these Google Hangouts. And then we'll start the Slack group, and we'll try to get this going every time.
Oh, awesome. Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to hear more about your charting.
Absolutely. Man, if reach out to me on Facebook, we can
Yep.
a lot, and then, of course, watch my posts. I in some life where I finally have some free time, I would want to do some kind of like a YouTube tutorial kind of deal where I can say, hey, just go watch my YouTube videos if you're interested, let's talk kind of thing, and hopefully that'll come down the pipe.
Yeah, and you'll have to set up a deal with me, and we'll mark out all the contractual deals on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
There we go.
Patrick's our official negotiator.
There we go.
Hey, good talking to y'all, brothers.
Be in touch.
See you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Kumar.
Good to meet you guys.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Just shut it. Yep.
All right, that's fucking awesome. I'm going to turn it off. All right, great call, great meeting. All right, calling it a day.
All right. Komodo, when do you sell it?